And we're back with another hot one. We're playing Diablo 2, Resurrected. So, this is the remastered version of Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. It's got some changes to it, but essentially the game's pretty much the same. They've increased the FPS cap, they've redone all of the graphics and textures. The game's awesome. We're coming hot off our first Let's Play on YouTube, Diablo 1, with the unofficial Hellfire expansion that we had picked up on GOG.com. That game was awesome. Had a lot of fun with it. We played a sorcerer. Very slow, methodical game. Panicked a lot. Eventually got through it. We had a few deaths along the way, but hey, it is what it is. We killed the Lord of Terror and stuck the Soul Stone into our forehead. And then we started traveling east. Diablo 2 picks it up right from where Diablo 1 leaves off. We're going to jump into it with the first cinematic, and then we're going to create our character and start playing. Let's go.
So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer.
The Wanderer.
Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days at the Rogue Citadel seemed so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate.
Marius is high as a kite.
Oh, I fought sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own. He struggled to contain. And he was losing.
Uh-oh.
As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them?
That man's
Were
soul
these
just
the
left his
demons
body.
from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer?
Yeah, he's tripping. Ooh. Man had out-of-body experience. Burned the house down. Yeah, he's done with that. No more of that grass. Oh, that's funny.
Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. From that moment, we traveled together, east. Always. Into the east.
They did a really good job remastering and like upscaling that that cinematic. Back in the day when this game originally released, like Blizzard was just known for amazing cinematics. Um, Diablo 2 is really when it started getting like really good. Anyway, so lore-wise, that wanderer with the sword who summoned all the demons there, that is our character from the first Diablo game. Canonically, it's the warrior. One weird thing I never really noticed about this cinematic before is that Buddy doesn't have the soul stone stuck in his forehead, so not sure what's up with that. Maybe it like went into his head or something and healed over. Who knows? Anyway, we're gonna get into it here. That was a long cinematic. We're probably gonna make this this episode a little longer than usual. So I was trying to decide what character I wanted to play. I know I want to play a melee character. Sorceress would have been really cool, but we played a sorcerer in the last game. So if you want to see another playthrough with like a sorceress or something, maybe we'll do like a hardcore run or something. Let me know in the comments. I don't want to go full on melee with the barbarian. I want there to be a little bit of like magic casting and stuff. So I'm thinking either the paladin, the Amazon as like a javelin user, or the assassin. Could also play the druid, but I think we're gonna keep it old school and we're gonna play the paladin today. As always, we're gonna name him Penguin. And we're not going to play hardcore, and we're not playing the pre-expansion version. We're playing the full version. So base game and Lord of Destruction expansion for Act 5. Let's go.
Good day.
So, a couple of changes right out of the gate. You can set the difficulty scale in this game. Right now it's set to 8. We are just going to set that back to players 1. So essentially, if you're playing online, the more characters that join your game update players, the more difficult the enemies become. We're going to go with like the intended experience here and just play players 1. There's also some other differences. We're going to talk to Warv in a second here. You've got a quite a few options in terms of like the resolution, NVIDIA DLSS, all that stuff. So I've set most of it to very high, some of it to ultra. You can go back to the legacy graphics, and I'll show you that here. Where is it? So this is what the game used to look like after all the updates had come out and that, and then yeah, it's a bit of a difference. We can also kind of zoom in. You can see it's very high res. Another difference in this game, we get much bigger stash sizes, and if you're playing online or offline, your account gets 3 shared stash tabs and a personal one. We're probably just going to use the personal one for today. All right, let's get into it.
Well met, noble paladin. It's been a while since I've seen any of your kind in the West. It would be an honor to aid you in any way that I can. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. It was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lut Gulain before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Warv. So he just offered to take us to Lut Gulain, which is a desert city east of here. Once things are a little safer outside. Until then, he's sticking around the camp. Let's check out the camp. So it looks like we got a blacksmith up here. This is Charcy. Let's see what she has to say.
Hi there, I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived, though. Most of them are now corrupted by Andario.
Oh, so she's talking about the rogues, which are like the bow users in Diablo 1. We didn't play them, but let's see what she's got. I don't have any gold, but you can see she sells like armor, shields. Belts are cool. They let you equip more potions in your potion slots. All kinds of weapons, and she can repair. Let's go down here. Talk to Geed.
Good day to you, partner. I'm Geed, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp. A spare weapon, some gold, a small gem is all I want in exchange for the equipment you'll need on whatever quest you might undertake. No, don't be shy. All of my items are guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty.
Guaranteed for life and come with a 2-day warranty. Yeah. Okay. Is he wearing like a hat or something? Like, yeah, it looks like some kind of a hat. Anyway, so this guy, much like Wirt in the first game, you can gamble with him. He also trades items just straight up. You can buy keys and weapons and armor, kind of like Charcy. He doesn't repair. But gambling in this game, you actually can see which type of items he has, but you don't get to see what like stats it has until you buy it, and it's very expensive. The cool thing about Diablo 2 Resurrected is you can refresh the items until you get the kind of items you want. So for example, say I want some leather armor, hard leather armor, I can do that. And you can just continuously buy these from here until you get something good. Alright, moving on. Let's head to the east of camp. There's no one down here, so we'll come up and talk to Kasha.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this. Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust.
Okay, so Kasha is the military leader in the camp, and Akara's like the leader, I guess. So we'll talk to her. She's got a quest.
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it, but she turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time.
Okay.
There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you.
Yeah, may it watch over you too. I'm a paladin of Zakarum though, so I don't really think I believe in the Great Eye. So we've got our quests here. You can bring that up by just hitting Q, and you can replay the quest dialogue if you want. Okay, so let's get to it here. We don't have any abilities yet. If you hit T, it brings up your skill trees. So this is different from Diablo 1. The skill trees let you kind of just see what your skill progress is going to be, and you don't have to stick to one tree. So for example, with this character, I think what we're going to do is we're going to do some offensive auras. We might be like a holy fire style paladin, and then go into like zeal and maybe like smite and holy shield or something. We're going to be pretty melee based. I don't think we're going to be doing any ranged abilities, but maybe in a future video. So let me know what you want to see, and we'll go from there. We're just one-shotting guys. If this was player's aid, it would take a lot longer to kill them. And you can see our experience bar down here is already starting to go up. I am going to explore a little bit. I'd like to get some experience. I'd like to do the minimum amount of dying as possible in this playthrough. So the more monsters we kill quickly, the more experience we get, and the quicker we can level up and get more powerful. Much like Diablo 2, when you level up, you're going to be able to put 5 points into stats. We're probably going to stick to just enough strength to use whatever weapons we want. We'll use some dex for our block chance. Which I'm not. Yeah, there it is there. And then the rest is going to go into vitality. So that's the build we're going to go with. Let's just run around here, try and get a level before we go in there. There's shrines in this game too. They're not as like horrible as the ones in Diablo 1, like the ones that were damaging me and cursing me and taking away like my my magic power and my mana and stuff. So this should be a little bit nicer in terms of shrines. There are some that'll hurt you, but they straight up tell you what they are. So like this skill shrine, for example, if I had skills right now, it would increase them all by like 2 or 3 points. The stamina shrine, there's stamina in this game, you'll notice we're running. Makes it so you get like a whole bunch of stamina that you can run around with. Let's go for some strength right out of the gate. And our first skill is going to be an offensive aura. So the cool thing about auras is they're fairly unique to paladins. And this increases the damage I do. So if I don't have that aura on, I do 2 to 9, whereas if I have it on, it increases my damage by 40%. and I'm now up to 3 to 11. So might increases the damage done by you and your party. It only increases physical damage, as far as I'm aware. Now, hotkeys. We have way more hotkeys that we can do in this game. I think it goes up to 8, and that's just awesome. We can also have 2 abilities out at once, so I'll be able to put an ability over here. So already a massive improvement over Diablo 1 in terms of like quality of life. And this was all in the base game too. So we're just going to explore a little more, and then we'll try and find the Den of Evil. It's supposed to be out here in the Bloodmoor, which is where we are right now. You can see up here at the top of the screen. We've got a chipped skull. So, Diablo 2 also has gems. So this is a chipped skull, but there's also rubies, sapphire, topazes, emeralds, and diamonds. And each of them have a different thing that they can add to a item that has a socket. So if you put it into a weapon socket, which we don't have any sockets yet, you get some life leech and mana leech. If you put it into armor, right, you get some mana regen and replenish life. If you put it into a shield, your attacker will take some thorns damage, right? Like attacker takes damage of 4. Okay, we're not getting a whole lot of experience from these guys, so we might just head over to the den, see if we can find it. But let's just keep going a little bit here. I do just want to get as much experience as I can. I'm sure we can make up for it later, but starting out, it'd be nice to get like a nice item with a socket or some armor or something before we go into the den. That is the way to the next area, so we're not going in there yet. It's one of those rogues that she said was out in the wilderness, so she's probably shooting at zombies or something. Yeah, this game is super cool. I've been playing this game pretty much since it came out. I did play Diablo 1 first, and then we eventually got Diablo 2, but yeah, like within a year or two of it coming out, I picked up the game and I just never put it down. I'm not the greatest at this game. I play it super casually. I like to do different fun builds and stuff. Mostly play online, where I can trade items with other people. As you saw at the beginning of this, I didn't have any single-player characters other than this one. Okay, we found the Den of Evil. We're going to go in. Our quest log is now updated, and it says to kill all the monsters in the den. So we're going to try and kill some of these guys. Oh, bro's casting fireballs at us. Got to be careful of these fallen shamans. They will resurrect dead fallen, and you don't want to get overwhelmed. Also, if you hit Alt, you can see all the items that are on the ground. So that's super cool. And that'll just stay on. It's like anytime an item drops, you won't miss it. I think there's a setting where you can toggle it so that you won't see stuff unless you're holding down Alt, but I just leave it how it is. You can also play the Resurrected version of this game using a game controller. We're not doing that today. I prefer to play mouse and keyboard. I do actually like playing Melee with a controller, but I find it's harder to... Okay. It's harder to do inventory management and stuff. So, our build is going to be mostly Holy Fire, and then a little bit into some like combat skills. We've got a point in Might. This is the prerequisite to pick up Holy Fire, which you can see it requires level 6. So it says when active, aura damages nearby enemies with heavenly flames, adds fire damage to your attack, required level 6. Area damage increases at closer range, so great, because we're going to be melee. First level, fire damage is 6 to 18, so that adds it to your melee attack. 6 to 18 to your attack. Fire damage from the aura to surrounding enemies is 1 to 6. I believe that's based on like how close they are to you. Now, in Diablo 2, originally they didn't have this, but they added it in, I think, with the expansion. You've got synergies for abilities to make certain abilities more worth taking, right? So in this game before, you probably wouldn't take a lot of like fire resist and resist cold and like resist lightning and stuff. You might take salvation, but like these weren't super useful in the base game. So in the expansion, I believe it was the expansion, they made these synergies. So now, Holy Fire, for every point you have in resist fire, it increases the fire damage by 21%. And then Salvation increases the fire damage by 10% per level. So, like, we can start making our Holy Fire aura do way more damage by the time we pick it up at level 6 by just pumping into resist fire. So we're going to do that. We could have taken like a combat ability or something, but we're gonna prep for level 6. Level 6 is like a huge power spike for us. You're gonna see our damage just skyrocket. You can only have one aura on at a time, so it's not worth it for me to put more points into might. Oh, we got some armor, so you can see our armor is now on us. Unlike Diablo 1, where there were like 3 versions of the armor that you could eventually get on, showing on your character. This one, every helmet looks different, every armor piece looks different, the boots and the gloves don't appear, every shield looks different based on like its type. So there's a lot more like visual fidelity in this game. And we just found a rare piece of leather armor. So if we can find like a scroll of identify, we'll equip that probably. Those on. That's fine. Oh, we also get 2 item sets, so we can save a little bit of room in our inventory by just swapping between the item sets. You can do that by hitting W. Okay. It also swaps your skills, so you gotta be careful of that. Super important for later in the game, but for right now, we'll just stick to the 1 weapon set. Got to resist fire shrines, that's good. These fireballs will do less damage to us. Yeah, this game just feels so much faster and so much smoother than Diablo 1. We might take a town portal here in a second, sell some stuff.
I am overboard.
Yeah, we're overboard. Let's just clear out some stuff here. I don't want them rezzing all the little minions.
I am
overburdened. Oh, we found a potion of identify, or a scroll of identify. Oh, huge upgrade. Okay. So we got life, lightning res, fire res, and attacker takes damage of 1, and we look way cooler with that leather armor on. Doesn't really look like leather, but it's pretty cool looking. Alright. Let's go to town. And we're going to sell some stuff. So let's go over here.
The order welcomes you.
So if you hold control and left click on an item, it'll just sell it. Fulminating potions are really good. I'm just going to sell it. We don't need it on players 1. If it was players 8, I might keep it. I don't need mana potions. I'm not going to use the skull. I'd prefer to get like fire damage, so we're going to hold that for like rubies and stuff. We'll keep the keys. I do want to get a Tomb of Town Portal and a Tome of Town Portal and a Tome of Identify. So these you can put your scrolls in. So now you can see I got 3 out of 20 Town Portal scrolls in there and 3 out of 20 Identify scrolls. So that's good. We're going to go over to Charcy, see if we can get like a little belt or something, and then we'll head back in.
Good evening.
Oh, okay, that's really good. We're just going to get that right away. So that is a 2-socketed mace. We'll be able to put like some gems in that later. And we're going to pick up a belt. And I think we're good. Yeah. I'm just looking for some 2-socketed armor, which could be useful later, depending on if we get lucky or not. But yeah. Alright, let's pick up a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit. I feel like the music's a little low. Yeah, we're doing way more damage now. I think we were mostly one-hitting stuff before, but now we're like just destroying guys. That's our first unique enemy. Drop some cool stuff. Gold in this game you can just run over to pick up. And hey, we completed our quest.
My duty here is done.
So I think we're gonna continue on a little bit. We're about 30 minutes in. We'll probably go for another 30 minutes, and then we'll call it for an episode. What do you guys think of Diablo 2 so far? It's definitely much newer looking because it's like a remaster. But even like the base game, like this is what the base game would have looked like. So compared to Diablo 1, like I think there's a massive improvement in terms of graphics. Oh, and we're low on stamina, so by hitting the R key, we can start walking, and then our stamina will start coming back. I think the graphics are just like overall much better, even in the base game. And then obviously, I mean, this came out. I don't know when Resurrected came out. I want to say it was like a couple of years ago. It was definitely after 2020, but the game just looks phenomenal. It's so nice that they updated it. I really hope they update Diablo 1 as well. I don't know if they will. I'm gonna put a little more into strength. Pop another into resist fire. So now you can see we're up to 8 to 25 damage and 1 to 8 aura damage on this skill by just putting 2 points into resist fire. So that's that is massive.
Beware. Beyond lies mortal danger for the likes of you.
For the likes of me, I'm a paladin, lady. I'll have you know I trained in the temples and monasteries of the Zakarum faithful. I am a total hoss. Let's explore a little bit. We could also, you know what, we could also go back and turn in our quest. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, our inventory's getting kind of bulky. Alright, let's go see what Akara has to say. We just cleared out that den of evil for her.
You have cleansed the den of evil. You've earned my trust, and may yet restore my faith in humanity. Your reward is training in the skill of your choice.
Nice. Okay, cool. So she gave us a skill point. That's super useful. And for this one, so we're going to need smite at some point, and then holy bolt, charge, blessed hammer to pick up holy shield. Holy shield is incredibly important for melee paladins. It increases your smite damage, which can be really good if you become like a smiter later on. But we're probably going to end up going with zeal. But the big thing for us is it increases our defense a lot, but it also increases our chance to block. And being able to block enemies' melee attacks is massive, because when you block, you negate a whole bunch of the damage that they would do to you. Zeal's really cool. It's like a very fast attack where you get successive hits. Some people don't like to use it because you get locked in an animation. I love using it because if you get a little life leech and mana leech, you can like hit someone 5 times in quick succession. It increases your attack rating, and for every level in sacrifice, it increases your damage done by 12%. So I like zeal. We're gonna do zeal. We're gonna do holy fire. We're going to pump resist fire a little bit, and then we're going to make our way down to holy shield.
Good morning.
All right, let's sell some stuff. We already identified that. Let's buy some of those, and we'll go see what Charcy has. Oh, Kasha's got a quest for us.
My rogue scouts have just reported an abomination in the monastery graveyard.
Oh no.
Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel.
Oof.
Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her.
Okay, we got our next quest. We gotta go. We gotta go to the burial grounds, and so look for Bloodraven in the burial grounds next to the Cold Plains. Well, we were just in the Cold Plains.
Good morning.
So that lines up perfectly. It's almost like they designed it that way. Let's see. Not really seeing anything good. Let's go check with Geed, and then we'll... oh, I got a skill point remaining. We'll pop that in there. So we're level 4. I'd like to be level 6 before we fight Bloodraven.
Good day.
Let's see what he's got. I really want to get a piece of armor with 2 sockets. If we get... But I'd like more armor on it. I'd like it to look cool. There's gems in Diablo 2, and then there's these rune stones you can get that you can socket into equipment. When we get one, I'll tell you more about it, but essentially if I can get a 2-socket piece of armor, I can make this like fairly easy to make rune armor, rune word armor, and it's just really good for what it is. So okay, we gotta be careful here. There's a whole bunch of enemies around us. Pick some stuff up. Oh, we got a new cap. Repairs durability? Sure. I mean, it's better than ours. Alright, we're following this path. Stamina potion. Man, we are just cranking people. Not really sure which direction the burial grounds are in. So much like Diablo 1, and I don't think I talked about it in the Let's Play, the Diablo games do essentially like map generation, so the maps are random. There is a pattern to it. So if you're like really into this game, like certain YouTubers are, like Mr. Llama SC, big shout out to that guy. I watch his videos all the time. I love Mr. Llama. He does speedruns. He knows all of the map patterns. Except for the Arcane Sanctuary, which I'm pretty sure there isn't a pattern to, and my guy always has a hard time in the Arcane Sanctuary. Poor Mr. Llama. Anyway, oh, we just found something. What is this? Stony Field, so this is not what we're looking for. We gotta go back to the Cold Plains. So we're trying to find the burial grounds. Now did I see... Yeah, there's another roadway right here. But we run out of stamina. Let's go see what we can find. I'd like to get like another level at least. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we found a cave. We're gonna go in here. Typically caves are a little bit higher monster level. Monster levels are just the level of the monsters. And they give a little bit more experience than the area that they're found in. It's not always true, I don't think, but... ooh, wow, okay. Something just crit me. So these ones are minions of like a boss monster. Ooh, that level came at a good time. Which is her, and she's extra strong. So they're also all extra strong, which is why I was taking so much damage there. With a little bit of proper potion work, like you'll be fine. But you gotta be careful about those guys. Archers, especially in this game, are just not to be messed with. Okay, we got another level. So next level we can pick up Holy Fire. We're gonna get some more vitality so we don't get our teeth kicked in like we just did. Oh, got a sash. 1 to strength. I like that attackers take damage. Skeleton was dodging me real good. Let's see if we can get 1 more level, and then we'll go find the burial grounds. I intend to purge Bloodraven with holy fire. I've also gotten the mini-map in the middle. Let me know if you'd prefer it off to the side or the corner. You can do that in this version of the game. I prefer it right in the middle. It lets me see more of the map, and I don't find that it really distracts me. We can make it a little bit more transparent, but I kind of like it how it is right now. Let me know what you think. If you'd prefer it off to the side, or if you'd like it a little more transparent. But I think it looks pretty good right now. Okay, so we found a Grand Charm. Grand Charms are cool. They're like extra little items that you can keep in your inventory, and they've got like bonus stats for you, resistances, different types of elemental damage and stuff that it applies to your attacks. Like charms are really good. They can also even give you like skill charms to increase different types of skills. So we just got one with +5 to health. It's not great. We're gonna keep it for now, but it takes up way too much room in our inventory for like the bonus it gives. We did find a 2-socket helm, which is huge. We're gonna use that. And we're gonna pop some gems into that later, or maybe some runes. Hopefully get like some resistances, and that'll help us as we get further into the game. As you can see, we're already almost halfway through level 5. So like going into caves is just a good way to get some early experience. If you're speedrunning, you wouldn't do this. You would just keep going and look for like unique monsters out in the world and skip most of the other ones. But we're not speedrunning, we're just enjoying the game and playing it kind of how it was intended to be played by the developers. Man, we are just smoking people. I can't wait until we get Holy Fire. Oh, we're gonna check that out. That's a wand. Wands are weapons that necromancers use. So, oh, there's another wand. And they get all kinds of like skills and stuff on it. They are something that you can sell for quite a bit of gold. Nice. We got some 2-socket armor. We're gonna save that for later. We're probably... Oh, there's another wand. We're probably going to put that in our stash in town until we find the runes that we want. Hopefully we find. And then if we find better 2-socketed armor later, we'll just use it instead. But we'll keep this one as like a backup, essentially. Just in case we don't find anything better than just regular leather armor. Okay, we found level 2 of the cave. I'm good on potions and stuff. We are going to go sell some stuff, though. Let's throw that in our stash. Okay.
The Order welcomes
Oh,
you.
so when you complete the Den of Evil in Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, and Resurrected, you can reset your stats and skill points once. So if you want to like respec, you can do it without having to create a whole new character. And there's other ways to respec too. Nice, we got a really nice ring there. Poison res, attack rating, light radius. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's nice for our level. Yeah, you can like respec. Back in the old days of just regular Diablo 2, you couldn't do that. So if you wanted to try a new build, you had to create a new character. So that was the whole thing. Oh, hey, here we go. Better two-socketed armor. Let's see if we can find like a nice little shield. Not really anything great there. Let's go see what Geet's got.
What you need?
Oh, I didn't want to gamble. Yeah, he doesn't really have anything either. We could get some boots. Let's get some boots with faster hit recovery. Okay, so we are going to pop that in there too. We'll keep both of those for now. We'll probably just sell this jewel as well. We don't need it. Alright, back into the cave level 2, and then we're going to go find Bloodrape once we level up. Gotta be careful down here. There's usually like unique monsters. And just in case I die, I'm going to do that. So this game is different from Diablo 1. If you save and exit, you will leave the game. Your map stays the same, but all the monsters respawn. So it's kind of like Dark Souls in that way. So it's not like, oh, if you die, you just reload your save like we did in Diablo 1. No, you will be dead, and you can either try to go back and find your corpse, which has all the items that you had equipped at the time on it. And if we die, I'll show you what happens there. Or you can save and exit the game, and when you go into a new game, your corpse will be there in town for you. Now, if you die multiple times, only your most recent corpse will be in town. So, like, you don't want to die more than once. So there's some risk involved with dying. I think you also lose experience. I don't remember if they kept that in or not. But we're going to try not to die at all. We're a paladin. We're going to be very tanky. We've got the second highest health per vitality in the game. The only class that has more is the barbarian. Maybe the druid, but I'm pretty sure we have more. And then we also have incredible defensive skills in like our holy shield and some other stuff like redemption ore is really good, depending on the build you're using. And like the paladin's just a total tank. He's supposed to be a frontliner. You can do like holy magic and stuff with like blessed hammer and Fist of the Heavens as well, which was changed in Diablo 2 Resurrected. Fist of the Heavens is really cool. You call down a bolt of lightning from the heavens, and then holy bolts explode out of it. So you're doing lightning damage to the enemy that you target with it, and then holy bolts radiate out and hit everything around it. And they changed the way holy bolt works in Diablo 2 Resurrected, so now it does damage to demons and undead. Before it was just undead, but now that it does damage to demons, that's like 2/3 of the enemies in the game that it will damage, whereas before it was only 1/3, so it wasn't really worth it to use it. Okay, we're gonna pick up Holy Fire, and you can see what our damage is right now, 5 to 17, right, with Might on. Now watch with Holy Fire. 15 to 46, and we've got an aura around us that does 1 to 10 damage depending on how close the enemies are to us. We're not going to take that. We're going to run back up. So like we're just going to be pumping damage. We're going to burn all the heathens in righteous fire. Like watch this. Oh, they took damage from fire. Yeah, 2 ticks when they're right in melee, and I didn't take any damage. It's so crazy. Alright, let's clear some stuff out here. You're gonna see them, like some of them just randomly take fire damage around us. And as we get more points put into it, it'll do even more aura damage and melee damage. So like you'll run around and things around you will just burst into flames and die. It's so cool. Okay. You know what? Let's leave the cave. We're gonna go find Bloodraven. We need to exorcise her, put her to rest, and stop her from raising more dead rogues in the graveyard. Now, we were told by Kasha that Andariel corrupted her. We don't know who Andariel is yet, except that she's a demon. So I'm sure we'll find out more, but she seems to be the one pulling the strings currently. Now there was a road up here. Blasted demons! I defy you! Return to the foul, burning depths from which you came. I am a paladin of Zakarum, and I shall not put up with your defilement of these lands. Anyway, I don't think the paladin would actually talk like that. I love that kind of stuff. Alright, so we found the burial grounds. Let's be a little careful. We'll go in here. We don't know how many enemies we're going to be dealing with. It's like the middle. Oh, okay. She's just got rogues hanging on the tree. Well, your army of the dead just got pummeled. Yeah, just completely crushed her. We got some hard leather armor. Let's see if it's any better than what we got. It's got cold resistance. More armor. I think we're gonna keep what we have on right now. Alright, cool. Let's go back to town and let Kasha know that we killed her.
Hello.
I have exorcised Bloodraven.
I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven.
Oh, believe it.
She was once my closest friend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever.
It will be.
You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
Okay, so new thing in Diablo 2 compared to Diablo 1, you can hire mercenaries. You can only get one. So we've got this one, whose name is Anor. And she is our mercenary, and she'll follow us around and help us on our quest. If she dies, you can resurrect her by talking to Kasha, or you can hire a new rogue to help you out. And I think I just skipped a quest text, so we are going to check our quest log and see what we can do there. Chipped amethyst, weapon damage, attack rating, strength. Not super great. I don't like the amethysts. We're just going to sell it. I don't need mana potions. Okay, we got some armor here. So, another cool thing about mercenaries before we get into the quest log is you can equip them. So this is your mercenary. This is Anor, the rogue. And you can see she's got the inner sight ability, which illuminates enemies near you and also lowers their defense. She's got Fire Arrow, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's an arrow that does fire damage. And then at level 12, she unlocks Exploding Arrow, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's a fire arrow that explodes on contact and damages any enemies nearby. So that's good. We like fire damage. We are going to equip her with some armor and a helmet, and let's see if we can get her a bow. But first we're going to listen to the quest text for the quest that Akara gave us.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Haradrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Deckard Cain.
And his name is Deckard Cain!
Find him, my friend. I pray pray that he still lives.
Okay, so she's telling us to go find Cain. Didn't really explain how to do it, but in our quest text here it says go through the underground passage to the dark wood. Well, it doesn't say where the underground passage is, but we did find the stony field near the cold plains, so we'll check that out. That's probably where we're going. And it says search for the tree of Iniphis and recover the scroll. So we got to go through the underground passage to the dark wood and find this tree to recover a scroll and then come back to Kasha.
Good evening.
Like, will she tell us more about the search for Cain?
Tristram is too far to journey by foot. Cain would likely be dead when you arrived. However, there is a magical portal that will take you there instantly. To open it, one must stand within the circle of cairnstones and touch them in a certain order. The proper order can be found in the runes written on the bark of the tree of Iniphis. You must find the sacred tree of Iniphis and bring back its bark. I will translate the runes to unlock the stone's mystic pattern.
Okay, cool. So let's go see if we can get a bow for our mercenary, and then I think that's it for this episode. We're coming up on an hour. I'd like to keep these videos to about a half hour, but for the first one, we'll do an hour-long video. Doesn't really have any great bows. Oh, that's cool-looking armor. Ring mail. Let's see what Ede's got. Maybe we can even gamble a bow for her.
May I help you?
3 to 10. Let's see if we can find like a long bow. Wow, this is taking a very long time to try and find a long bow. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go with a hunter's bow. What do we got? Fire resist. Sure. I mean, she'll take less damage.
Put that to good use.
And now you can see her damage has gone up. It's 4 to 13. All right. Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. This is going to be an awesome playthrough. If you didn't like the video, leave a comment anyways. Let me know what you didn't like. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Maybe we can incorporate it into a future video. But for those of you who did enjoy the video, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!